You thought the fight was between you and your wife. It wasn't. The children heard the tone. They saw your faces and they felt the room change. They learned something about marriage before you ever explained it. And that is the hidden cost. Your conflict is forming them, not just when you shout. And it's not just when you slam a door either. It's also when the house goes cold and nobody tells the truth. Parents tell themselves the kids are fine, they were in the other room, or they don't understand, or we weren't that loud, or we made up later. And maybe sometimes that's true. Children don't need a perfect home, but they do need a truthful, loving, and repentant home. And repeated conflict leaves marks. A child might not understand about money, sex, your in laws, chores, prayer, or respect, but he does understand when mum becomes small or dad becomes frightening. And he understands when the house goes tense. And he understands when the house goes tense and nobody explains why. So the question isn't how do I hide every disagreement? It's how do I protect the moral atmosphere of the home? And a Catholic father protects more than the mortgage and the front door. He protects the atmosphere. That doesn't mean that your children should never see disagreement. They can learn something good when adults disagree, speak truth, apologize, repair, and forgive. But children shouldn't carry the emotional weight of adult conflict. So they shouldn't witness contempt, name calling, intimidation, drunkenness, threats of divorce, sexual tension, or weeks of a cold war. A father can say, I never hit anyone. I provide. I'm here. And those things all matter, but a child can be harmed by a father who never lays a hand on him and still fills the house with fear. So the strange thing is that children don't only learn from the fight, they learn from what happens after the fight. If they never see repair, they learn that love wounds and then pretends nothing happened. Most fathers think the child is learning from the lesson they give later. But he's learning from the room, from your face, from how your wife walks after the argument. And he's learning whether apology comes or not. He's learning whether strength means self-command or dominance. And if that sentence sobers you, that's good. You need to let it sober you. Don't let it crush you. God gives fathers authority so they can protect, repent, repair, and begin again. Step one is to stop before the children absorb it. Do this earlier than feels necessary. Most fathers wait until they have already raised their voice. But the wise moment is earlier. That first tightening in your chest, or the first sarcastic sentence forming, the first desire to win. Just say, I'm too angry to do this well in front of the children. I'm stopping now. I'll come back at 8 o'clock or whenever the time is. Then stop. Don't take the final shot. Don't mutter. Don't slam the door. If your wife keeps going, just repeat, I'm not abandoning the conversation. I'm protecting the children and I'm coming back at 8. And then come back at the time you say you will. This is what proves the break was protection, not avoidance. Step 2 is repair with the child in proportion to what he saw. So don't turn your child into your counselor and don't explain your wife's faults. Just say, you heard mum and me arguing. I raised my voice and that was wrong. Adults can disagree, but I shouldn't have spoken that way. I'm going to apologize to mum. If the child asks, are you getting divorced? Then don't give a dramatic answer. Just say, mum and I are having a hard time, but we're working on it. You're safe. This isn't your fault. Children often blame themselves for adult tension. They think, if I behave better, dad wouldn't be angry, or if I stay quiet, mum won't cry. So remove that burden. Step 3 is to let them see repair. If children only see conflict and never see repair, they learn half the story. So let them hear simple repair sometimes. I'm sorry I spoke sharply to your mother. Or, I was wrong to get angry earlier. I've apologized to mum. This isn't about humiliation, it's just basic fatherhood. Some men think apologizing weakens authority, but really it does the opposite. It teaches that authority serves truth. And if your wife was also wrong, let her own her part. Don't use your apology as a sermon to force hers. Don't make the child a courtroom where you argue your case. Think of the last fight your children witnessed. Tonight, make one proportionate repair. Not a big dramatic speech, just a simple truth. I raised my voice. That was wrong. I'm sorry you heard that. Then repair with your wife. If your child looks relieved, pay attention. That relief means the house has been carrying more weight than you realized. The fight was never only between the two of you. Let the repair be seen too. Stop earlier. Repair simply. Protect the atmosphere of the home. And if you need help finding the right words after a fight, click the KnowlandBot link in the description or the pinned comment. Tell it what the children saw, and it will help you make the next right repair.